Now I want to make a quick video from a question that we got asked in the Vault 645 Discord, which, by the way, if you'd like to join, a link to that will be down in the description below. Do not feel like you have to. I know I'm a gamer. I'm probably a part of like 50 or 60 Discord, so if you do join, make sure it does alert you when I post up new videos. So instantly, please, for your sanity, right click on the server and say server mute. You'll be getting a lot of dings because we post up a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of streams, and a lot of shorts. So just for your sanity, make sure to mute the server. But we got asked this question from Coffee Ewok of when do we think that we would hear some more information from Bethesda about the Builders update coming in the fall and the big update coming later in the year. You see, I have a guesstimation for when the season's going to come out. I couldn't make this video if I knew anything because I would be under a non-disclosure agreement. So I can make this video because I know nothing. I know exactly the same amount as y'all. But my guesstimation on when the season date, season 22 would be September the 2nd, which is the first Tuesday of September, which means the new axolotl would change over at that date as well, which would make a lot of sense to make everything on the same day. Or September the 9th, you let that first week of axolotl change go through, make sure everything's good, hunky-dory, let's go. But as far as that goes, we just had Summer Game Fest. We just had the Xbox Showcase where we didn't hear anything publicly from Bethesda about Fallout 76 and any of these updates. It kind of slipped, and like John Rush put that in there and it's like, oh, wait a tick, this is pretty big information there, Mr. Rush. So, is there any other events coming up that you can think of? I mean, the big ones are kind of over, right? Like, we hadn't had E3 in a long time, and I miss E3 very, very much so. We had Summer Games Fest. We had the Xbox Showcase. Is there anything else, like, within, like, you know, like a month or so that we can think of that they may have teased the building update last year at? If you know the answer, let me know in the comment section. Don't you skip ahead. Don't you cheat. We keep track of this stuff on YouTube. We don't. You can totally cheat. I don't care. But QuakeCon, August the 7th to August the 10th. There is going to be an event. And now, I don't know if Fallout 76 is going to really be present at this. I don't have a marketing degree. I've got my degree in information technology for, you know, computer systems and stuff like that, and psychology, because who doesn't like psychology? I mean, you know, it's facial tics, all that kind of stuff. It's really nice to have. And funny enough, back in the day, I couldn't do public speaking, so I never enjoyed the public speaking classes that I got signed up for. And now I stand in front of a camera and talk to a camera. That's a little bit crazy. Content creators are crazy, right? Because we answer these questions before anybody ever asked the question. So we're just talking to ourselves. But August the 7th through August the 10th, I think we could hear more information about that because Ken asked the question to John Rush, Rich, and Bill Lacoste at QuakeCon last year about some building changes coming. Like, do they think they could have anything? And that was the first big tease of, hey, our system was not made for all of these items, so we could see some changes. And I really hope there's like a search function, and it's a loose search function, so I could say plushie and then it just pulls up every single plushie. It's not like a hard-coded, I want a soft-coded search function, not where I've got to say, you know, I want this plushie, because I don't know all the names, okay? I don't know all the names, but there is another event that I don't think we'll hear anything about the Builders update first there. I think we could hear about the Builders update there, but it would be information that if you pay attention to this sort of stuff that you already know. And that could be Gamescom, where Xbox announced that they're going to be at Gamescom, and that's August 20th through August 24th. And here's the thing, I don't think we'll hear anything first there, because if the PTS, today's the 25th of June, if the PTS were to say come out on the 27th, then that information's out there. They're not going to be first. So I genuinely don't see the PTS getting pushed out until maybe the week before QuakeCon. Maybe, because July 4th is on a Friday. So I don't know if they would release it on July the 4th. They might release it on the 3rd and give everybody a long weekend to play it. And then, you know, you have a little bit of time before QuakeCon. Or they could just release it on the 27th and we absolutely go crazy and let's check out to see what Bethesda's got going on. And that way we could report any bugs or anything like that. But I do believe that it'll be most likely QuakeCon that we at least officially hear something from Bethesda, like a trailer. And when I say we, I mean like the general public, because we all knew about the Gone Fission update because we pay attention to that sort of thing. We're nerds. We keep up with this. But the like normal people that don't play Fallout 76, they didn't know anything about Fission until they saw the trailers and stuff at the showcase. So it's one of those things that I think they'll have something there, but I think we'll know a little bit more about it beforehand. It really depends on how tight-lipped they want to keep things at Bethesda. Now, as far as the big update, if they've kept this quiet this long, I genuinely don't see us hearing anything about that until maybe Gamescom. I could see it happening there. If I had a marketing degree, I would do the builder's update at QuakeCon, and then I would tease or talk about what's coming in the biggest update at Gamescom. That's what I would personally do. But let me know your thoughts. When do you think the PTS is coming? When do you think the new Season 22 release date's going to be? And what are some of the functions that you'd like to see with this builder update? I know they teased a question. They did a poll of, would we like relaxed building on adventure mode? And the overwhelming answer was, as Rich said, fuck yes. That was the answer that Rich gave, and that's the answer that I'm going to give, because I saw hell yeah. I didn't see that one, but it definitely was there. So yes, I'm very excited for that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Sorry for rambling on and getting off topic. Welcome to a gassy, unscripted video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to check this video out. Thank you so much to the channel members for the continued support. Y'all have a great and wonderful day out there in the wasteland. Peace. Love you.